Hey everybody, welcome back to the Divine Jenny Tarot. I am your host, the Divine Jenny, and we are going to draw some cards right now. Let's see. All right. Nice Nine of Cups right there, which is coming true. We get that a lot in this channel. Sorry I didn't post yesterday. I was having some fun with my man and... Oh wait, I did post yesterday. I posted early in the day, that's right. Like a good girl. Okay, so... Oh wow, well this is actually good. So, I'm going to do these cards first because I'm in the mood. So, we have the Three of Swords here. That's a really heartbreaking situation, right? Let's see what that was about. We have the Hierophant, the Star card, the Hermit card. This is the Botticelli deck for those of you that do not know. And thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and hitting that bell for notifications. I love and thank you all so much. I really appreciate your presence on my channel and your positive energy. I'll call these out in a second. Of course, I brought the tripod to Bill's and to my Divine Masculines, and we were fornicating too much, so that never got put together. And who says fornicate? I do actually a lot. I feel like it's a little more proper in this context, but and we were just chilling like villains, so I didn't want to make him do it. It sounds like it would be like the simple task. It's just a tripod, right? But it's like 25 million attachments that don't make any sense. He didn't even look at the thing. He didn't even open the box. He probably thinks it's going to take 2 seconds. He's in for it, I think. Anyway, so the punctuation is the Nine of Cups, meaning all your wishes are coming true, and they're coming true in front of your enemies and for everyone to see. We have the Three of Swords. This is after a really heartbreaking situation. So there was a heartbreaking situation in the recent past, and God came in and said, nope, I am going to heal you, my dear child. I want you to go in alone to have some meditation time. And if you do so, you will have a really happy celebration coming that you've been working for in terms of a love relationship. And this card can mean anxiety, but I'm really feeling strongly that it's just something you're desiring so much. You're just praying for it. I only have 3 minutes to film this. There's something going on in my memory. So I'll do the unicorn card separate after I delete some stuff. But carrying on really quickly, I feel like a lot of you, this guy comes up a lot in my readings. It's probably because my Divine Masculine is water sign Pisces. This can be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Male or female, we know by now that the sexes don't matter, right? But for me, I feel in my readings, the males feel very masculine to me. So I feel like if you're in a gay relationship, you'll know what's the story. But if you're in a straight relationship, it's probably the man. Okay? What do you call it? So a lot of you are really praying for this water sign, and it's a reunion you've been looking forward to for a while with the Knight of Pentacles, is how I'm interpreting that. So I feel like in December you really decided to get on the ball and get out of a left in the cold situation. Oh, I actually have more than 3 minutes. I was looking at that wrong. Good. See, there's like a nice flow in this reading. So, yeah, you had a heartbreaking situation prior to December. Let's say October. I'm picking up like October, November, like Halloween. But it was meant to happen. God said, if you pass this spiritual test, he said, I'm going to bring you in the 3 fates of destiny with this wish card, and I'm going to make you go into meditation. And I'm going to make you beg me. If you beg me properly with the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, I'm going to give you a happy reunion after this heartbreaking situation with this King of Cups. And it's going to last a long time, and you've been looking forward to this for a long time. So I'm getting a sense like for almost 6 months up to a year. And then in December, you were ready again. And again, something with this divine masculine didn't manifest in its fullest, Nine of Cups. But now, today, on the Divine Jenny Tarot, this weekend, you had a Nine of Cups experience. I certainly did. So that's really good. So what that tells me is that all this energy is moving on. So this kind of, you had a heartbreaking situation. I'm getting it was a misunderstanding. I don't think anybody cheated, lied, or stole. It was just miscommunication, but it was probably the first big butt hurt. You know what I mean? The big first kick to the ego where somebody raised their voice. Or I remember me and my divine masculine, we honestly didn't even have one single fight until August, and we started dating in March. I mean, I'm Italian, he's Italian. That's unheard of. I thought we were both saints. Then my uncle heard a rumor. It ended up being another guy named Bill. And I took it and ran and made this accusation. And I was I don't have time for this. I was I didn't see you like that. I said, I can't believe you would disrespect me like that. He didn't have a clue what I was talking about. He was so hurt because we had such a romantic, saucy thing going on. And I was supposed to see him the next night. And I was I didn't even ask him. I just got all Italian ghetto on him. It was just basically being I heard this and you know what? And yada, yada, yada. And I don't have time for this. And I was dead serious. And I'm someone that can cut the cord quick. I'm I'm a ruthless savage. It's not that it doesn't hurt me. It does. It kills me. But I'm really good at getting through painful situations. I'm really good and I'm stubborn. And I'm really old fashioned. I will not call a dude. Let him call you. I've never called the guy. Literally never. Not in high school. My last boyfriend before this was if we don't call you, we would never talk to you. I mean, he's you never call. He's I would even call you during my workday, at least 2-3 times, and you don't even answer the phone. He's you could care less. He's other girls you don't call me, you don't text me. I'm yeah, I'm going to make you work for that shit as long as I can. So, getting back to what I was saying, I'm getting the sense this wasn't major. It was just, a little kick to the ego. The first fight ended up being a misunderstanding. And God said, okay, you passed that spiritual test. God said, I'm going to give you a wish come true. Maybe up to 3 wishes. And I want you to go into meditation when you're wishing and visualize what these wishes are. If you do, look how the light just got really bright. See how God works? It's because I'm holding a crystal and there's a candle right there. And I have ruby. Isn't that amazing? This is called Divine Magic at your service. We'll bring you the Nine of Cups situation. And it's going to make you feel very celebratory, that you worked really hard for this. That's something you've been praying long and hard for. And you really certainly just love and adore this divine masculine. I am picking up in today's situation, this is a very divine reading. So if you're not in a divine union, this still will resonate if you catch this reading. That's how energy works. But this is really solidifying the fact that you are probably in a twin flame or a Holy Grail union. He's holding the cup there. It's probably a Holy Grail. If it was fire signs, it's probably a twin flame. But not necessary, because his moon or his rising sign could be in a fire sign. And matter of fact, this is a water card, and he's wearing royal red on, like the ruby. So I'm assuming that this king actually, in this deck, is a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, with secondary aspects, like his moon or rising or Mars I'm picking up for a lot of you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, I'm having a really strong clairvoyant message right now as I'm touching this card. Wow, this hasn't happened in a minute. Not like this. Let me channel. For a lot of you, this Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, I'm almost going into a trance. This is so weird. I just got like really calm, like almost like I took a pill of something. It's so crazy. Almost like when you go to the dentist and they give you like a tranquilizer for like a wisdom tooth. This is what it just literally felt like. It's like a big, heavy, quick come on, like you're falling down a roller coaster or something. It's kind of crazy. Whew, that was weird. I just saw I saw what they looked like too for a couple of you, actually, I should say. Your water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, King of Cups has secondary aspects in fire, and in particular a Mars in Aries. It's really strong, and the hair isn't this long, it's darker and it's shorter, and it's obviously like a more modern cut, but it's a guy with this build. I just saw him. It kind of looks like my man, actually, so it could be him, but I saw another guy too quick go through like my lens. My clairvoyance shows up like a movie reel really, really like all the time. And honestly, I've talked to other clairvoyants, which is not a very common occurrence. I'm like, when you have a clairvoyant visual, does it look like a movie reel? They're like, yeah, usually you can literally see the movie reel tape. And sometimes it looks like slides or like a black and white movie or like just like a quick flash. And I think if you're not clairvoyant, I think that happens for some people anyway too. But like I'll see the whole vision like that. So I just saw that. Also, with this guy that you love so much, you want it to last a while, right? And we said, I know I'm repeating myself here, we said in December, like, okay, it's really time to divine timing with the Seven of Pentacles and the Temperance card. This is a sacred union card with divine timing. Like I said, extremely divine energy here. Doesn't it feel that way to you? With the stars on top. Yeah, because God is the protagonist. The Hermit is a very holy card. The stars aligned is very divine. The fluidness of the air in this card with the cups is like water and air, and they're like sort of dancing in the angel wings. I mean, this deck is divine, really, but you know what I'm saying. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So you don't feel like, it was like nice but no cigar type of thing. You're like, I'm healed from this broken heart, but now you're disappointing me still. But now, recently, you've had a shift. So with this being the protagonist energy, I'm picking up that this is going to be the energy moving forward, that you're going to feel like you're just in complete and total wish fulfillment. Like, what's that song? The hills are alive with the sound of music. I'm so... If you guys knew me, like everybody from Boston, when they hear me come out in song, they must be like, what is she doing? Like, seriously, what is she doing? But I'm an entertainer. What can I say? We've got a 999. And for good or ill. We got a 999. So this is literally, I'm totally correct. There's a chapter closing, 100%. So that's good. No more feeling disappointed or heartbroken. I have been saying that consistently this past week or so, or more maybe. So for some reason, I'm seeing that this reading we're going to do now with the unicorn deck is some of you males are probably like, oh God, she's got unicorns. Yeah, I've got unicorns. Unicorns are amazing, and they are a mystical beast. So, actually, you should look up like the spirit totemus into unicorn and the ancient hierarchy royalty symbol that it is, and how they were actually true creatures that were hunted out, and their unicorn blood was used in magical spells from inside the horn, and the horn was a very magical weapon. The Italian horn, people don't really realize that that's supposed to be a unicorn horn. So there you go. But let's get going. What's this wish fulfillment about? Okay. Yep, it's a little crooked here, but that's okay. And I'm guided to take this one. Oh, I'm so happy I just did that. This one wants to come out too. Sure, why not? All right. So, Yeah, sure. That makes total sense. We've got the Fool with the Seven of Rods. That tells me that you're like, yeah, I'm proud of this new start in this wish fulfillment phase where I constantly, you look at how this looks and feels. You're like, yay, I'm getting up in the morning and everything's wish fulfillment. Yay, I feel like a cheerleader for my man. Yeah, I'm so positive with this fresh little baby unicorn. And I'm just like, yes, yes. You're like, yes, bitches, yes. Watch me rise. Oh, I have a chant. It's a magical chant. And it goes, rise, rise, rise from the quagmire. Rise, rise, you rise, rise from the quagmire. Rise, rise, you rise, rise from the quagmire. Rise, you rise, rise from the quagmire. So quagmire, quagmire is third and fourth density matter. Think of like a swamp where all the demons and the dust and the doldrums and people that are just like 3D complainers every goddamn day of their life, instead of having a divine blessed day, they just want to be like, oh my God, it's 42 degrees in March and we're in Boston. It flurried for 2 minutes because that's like warm right now. Oh my God, when is spring coming? In about a month, Nimrod. So, you know what I mean? It's not like that, those type of people. It's just like, oh my God, spring is around the bend and summer with the 9 of cups. And you're like, I'm going to use my wand as a flute if I want. I might even use it to jump off this cliff and now I'm just being unprofessional. I wanted to say something really stupid. I think you can use your imagination. But she's just feeling frisky. Frisky and sweet as pie. And she's like, I have this plan. So now I'm channeling again. I have this plan where I want everyone, all the haters, and also at the same time, my friends, family, and acquaintances, clients, and business partners, whatnot, to see me, recognize the fact that this is actually relatable for me. And I talk about myself a lot, but I do it so that hopefully that you can like relate, and it is my channel. I hope I don't come off like a narcissist or something, but I think it's impossible if I'm doing this work, right? For the most part. I just think that you want to be recognized and respected for the hard work you've put in to create this new time in your life. And I think for a lot of you, this next part here with this unicorn spread is about essentially starting a business. So the other reading, so we're getting like an Isis sort of energy here, what's balancing home and career, and or home life and work life. And you're like, you know what? I've mastered love life if I've got the 9 of Cups here. You all see me doing the damn thing in relationships, succeeding with relationships in one way or another. Even if they don't work out, I think that a lot of us are probably always the one that got away, right? I think that's a good common. I told you a minute ago, this is a very divine reading, so that most of us are in divine relationships. So if you're a divine feminine, you know, I'm really picking up strong, like you in love are the one that gets away. You're the one that they all still dream of. You're the one that all the girls get compared to. Sorry if some of you are listening and don't want to hear it, but I'm aware of it. I'm well aware of it. And I have no problem tooting my own horn. You know what I mean? I know what I bring to the table. And that's why I get the 9 of Cups, just like you have the 9 of Cups. So, you know, it's solid gold wrapped in platinum, baby. Like, look at the color of that cloth. So she's like, you know what? Now I'm going to focus on business. And I'm still going to focus on love, but it's not going to be the first priority from the moment I wake up. You know, it's still going to be a huge priority from the moment I wake up. I'm going to text my man. I'm going to say, I love you. Well, he's going to do it first. And then I'm going to respond. That's the way it works with me. And that's really what you guys should do. Like, let him chase you. Let him chase you in all the moments you can make him chase you. That's how you keep the edge. It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it works. And you know what? don't ever do it first. Don't ever text him first. Don't ever call him first. I don't mean to sound petty. Like, obviously, if something comes up, you're like, hey, babe, I was at the store and how about this for dinner? Or, hey, babe, I saw this shirt. Is this your collar size? Like, blah, 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 blah. Or, like, hey, babe, I just bumped into so-and-so and he said hi. Like, that's normal, but don't call him 25 times. And don't even call him. Don't even call him at all. He'll call you when he wants to call you. Let him fantasize about you throughout the day. Let him wonder what you're doing, So, and like, make sure your house is clean for your man when he comes home. Make sure your house is clean, his house is clean, like whoever house you're at. Make sure there's like candles lit. Put something on the stove. Make sure like your toilet seat is down and the bathroom door is closed. It's just bad feng shui. I'm a Virgo, so I'm particular about everything, but, I just get the sense that this beginning is really like she succeeded in love and she knows she's going to keep succeeding in love. So now she wants to like really show what she's got in career, because I feel like it was more in the background with this being the protagonist energy. And honestly, for me too, it's like I've been doing this stuff for a long time, but it was like word of mouth here and there. I was working other jobs. I was an esthetician. I did all sorts of things. I did acting and modeling. I was an esthetician. I was a receptionist. I was a makeup artist. I feel like I did something else. What else did I do? Oh, I worked in nightclubs. And so I was like, I want to have my own business. I've known for years I want to have my own business. And so I just, on the side did readings here and there. I wouldn't even charge people, but I've been doing readings since I was 21 and I'm 38. I just got really more vocal about it. And everybody's like, when my mom got a reading from me for the first time and I saw that she was going to retire and she never mentioned it to anybody and it was like a little bit early. I mean, granted, it was around the time someone should retire, but I drew the cards and the first card, I got a clairvoyant message. I was like, are you retiring? And she was like, oh my God. And she was not a believer. It's not that she didn't believe in me. She just thought it wasn't like enough for a job. But like, I'm so good at it. When I do personal readings, this is just like for fun. So they're shorter and I'm just like, la, 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 la. But when I do a real personal reading, which you guys can book with me, I haven't said that yet. You can book a personal reading with me online with my email. It's thedivinejenny7777. That's 4 7s at gmail.com. You can shoot me an email and tell me you would like a personal reading and what day you would like it. I'll tell you what my availability is. And then we'll go from there. I charge $150 for a 1-hour reading. And I charge $80 for a half-hour reading. And I also have a PayPal up there if you want to donate. If you want to throw me a little something, something, just for just because you're so generous and you like the reading. By all means, and it'll help me keep, buying new decks and also get maybe some stones on here and sage. I mean, I have some. I don't know why I didn't put it out here, but it'll probably get me a little bit more creative, which is I should be doing anyway. But sometimes there isn't enough room on this little tarot table. But you know what I'm saying. Or more candles, whatnot. So now that that's out of the way, 9 of Rods with the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. The 9 of Rods means that, this is like a glare. The 9 of Rods means that, you feel like you've stood your ground in that position. You feel like you've stood your ground long enough in a certain way of life. You've proven yourself. I'm picking up intuitively. I don't always read that way, but it's very strong. You feel like, I've proven myself in all the situations, these 7 situations that I've wanted to, and it's not just love. It's in all things that I enjoy. And so I'm celebrating myself and my success with that 9 of Cups and 3 of Cups. Then we have the World card, the Knight of Rods, and the Moon. The World, the Knight of Rods, and the Moon. A successful completion to a cycle. Like we said, you're celebrating that conclusion, like a job well done. You're feeling really passionate towards the past. You love how you did it all. Oh, that's a really great message. And you feel like the future is full of mystery that you're excited about with the Moon and the King of Rods. With the magician, the Justice, and the Tower. The Magician, the Justice, and the Tower. You feel like a bomb is going off publicly, and that you have been given some sort of secret justice for manifesting a situation. So this is a side note. I'm really surprised to see this right now. I'm actually secretly really happy. Justice has been served. Oh, I just picked up, because of the unicorn energy, it's about purity and clarity and truth and honesty. It's very protective. I'm getting that people are realizing your word really carries clout. You're not someone to be taken lightly, that your word is your bond, that you can be a little bit chaotic and even maybe a little functioning dysfunctional, I've heard somebody say recently. So, like, for instance, like, when I see something that I don't like and doesn't make sense, I tell people, I have 3 rules. Do not lie to me. You might be like, who the hell do you think you are? Well, I'm somebody that can get away with my stance, in all honesty. Like, some people I'm sure I irritate to the grave, but I don't really care because I'm really nice to everybody. But I'm really strong about who I am, so I don't care how that affects. Like, I don't understand how people get offended by my confidence and my skill set and whatever it is that I feel confident about. If I'm a little too confident for you and that bugs you, I mean, I get it. It's a little immature. Maybe when I was younger, I might be like, that girl's a little obnoxious. But I'm not being obnoxious. I'm really just being myself. Like, I really am a little bit extra. But I'm super loving and I'm super nice to everybody. But I'm blunt. And I tell people I have 3 rules. Do not lie to me. Ever. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's something I'm going to hate. You give me the respect and the opportunity to respond to a situation in whatever way I will, like speak to me face to face and say, hey, like, I really fucked up and like, you didn't deserve that, but I want to tell you flat out because I think you deserve the respect, and I'm a fuck up, or I'm a this, or I'm a that, and you're a really good girl, and most guys aren't going to tell you that, or vice versa, because they don't want to lose you, right? It's a selfish thing. If you show me that you were selfish and the guilt is eating you up, it doesn't really happen to me, quite frankly, not too often, but really never. I think people are scared of me, honestly. But I'm sure that people do stupid things behind your back every now and then, whatever, right? Like, and they're like praying it never gets out. Hopefully they just don't do it. But because I'm the type of person, if I do find out it's something really sneaky, yeah, it's not going to be a good time. But if it's like a new relationship and there wasn't like clear boundaries, and I know how I am, and like, I make you work for it. So maybe something happened where like I confused you and you went out and maybe flirted and then you told me. I might not love that conversation, but I'll be like, wow, you know what? That's a real dude. Like, that's a man. Like, he told me like how it is. And granted, it's not a situation where he's trying to fuck with you to see your reaction, to see if you get jealous, but like a real deal Holyfield situation. I'm like, wow, now I can work with this. Like, I can do this. I can fuck with this. Like, we can do this. You know what? There's a level of trust now. And nobody is perfect. I honestly kind of am next to perfect. Like, I don't cheat. I do not lie. I do not steal. I do not play manipulative games. I am like as straightforward and upright as it gets. My worst quality is I have a little bit of an attitude, but it's more of like a swag, no? I mean, comment down below if it's not how is it? It's a swag. It's a swag. It's a little bit of a hustle and flow, but not a hustle. It's just like it's a swag. What do you call a swag for a girl? Do girls have a swag? I'm told they have a sway in my walk. Like, what does my boyfriend call it? He's like, you have a little like shimmy. Not a shimmy, I'm like a shimmy. It's like a shimmy shake dance. He's like, no, not to that degree, but there's like a little, forget the word he used. It was something like that. I got a swag. What can I say? So I just get the sense that people are seeing that you have that swag and you have that shimmy. This is powerful energy. The magician, I mean, let's face it, people. This is powerful energy. This is the magician with the justice card and the tower card. Boom, boom, bomb. It's like bomb, bomb, bomb. You know, this is the magician you're manifesting. You're like, this is my strong desire. Hear me roar. As above, so below. I know my value, I know my worth, and I'm going to get it come hell or high water, just in a really organic way because of good karma. This is a very karmic card. And normally when you see this card in the last position, you're like, ah, shit, the whole thing just fell apart. But not with these cards. Absolutely not. This is like an explosion. Like you're exploding out on the scene in your craft, and you're like, here I am. Get ready. Because shit's about to go down. And this could be like a legal thing too. Like, so like I was saying earlier, I just like pretty much announced like, hey guys in Boston, like COVID, the thing is getting, you know, better. If you want to do some, you know, more phone readings, I'm booked through June, but, you know, come June, if people want to book readings or if I have cancellations and, you know, I can let people know, you know, the drill, you know, come June, there's a lot. I need to book June through December. So I just booked a party for June, the first Sunday in June, in a restaurant. I actually called my ex and I was like, hey, is that a space available? Want to work something out? He was like, and he said, absolutely. And so we're going to do that. If anybody's around Ball Square Cafe in Somerville on, what is the date? It's like the June, it's the first Sunday in June. From 6 to 9, if you're going to be in the Boston area, please come on down. Actually, if you're going to do that, can you let me know and send me a text message? My phone number is 857-312-6497, or send me an email at thedivinejenny7777, or a friend request me on Facebook, Jennifer Maria Collins, and it has parentheses, The Divine Jenny, or you can find me on Instagram at thedivinejenny777, and also on Twitter, the same name. So I'm kind of all over the place. I don't really use Instagram that much anymore. I used to have like a couple accounts. I was pretty active on it. I've been slacking. I do tweet the readings that I post on YouTube there as well. And sometimes I'll like retweet a tweet like from Tom Brady or something, because he's like, I'm like, Tom Brady, if you hear this message, you're like my spirit totem medicine for the year. Like, he came at me on Chinese New Year during the Super Bowl. Like, we had moments. We really did. Like, there was a 5D moment. He's married to Gisele Bundchen. It was nothing like that. But I got a mystical message from him, and I'm pretty sure he knows exactly what I'm talking about. And with the 5, so there's the 5D,